Hello, my friends, Making Money with Gary. Okay, I have a total outside here of 100 pounds, a little over 100 pounds of Longleaf pine needles. But I'm just going to say 100 pounds. And they're drying. They're all going to dry at different times this month. And these pine needles are worth, at 100 pounds, $27 a pound, $2,700 worth of pine needles. Longleaf pine needles that people use for basket weaving and home decor. So let me show you what's going to dry first, and I got to do a little run around here to show you everything. This is 20 pounds on this turtle enclosure that we know. We have the turtle, but he's in the house. So this 20 pounds on this drying rack is going to be ready this Sunday. Today is May 2nd. These are going to be ready May 5th. So May 5th, these are going to be dry. They're going to be done. And that's 20 pounds, $540 in pine needles. Okay, now I got to jump over to another drying rack. This drying rack over here, these are in shade. So these are going to stay green even when they're dry. These are going to definitely stay green even when they're dry. They're going to be green. Oh boy. All right. All right. So this drying rack right here is 2 pallets. It's 40 pounds. They're going to be ready on May 10th, Friday, the 40 pounds. And that 40 pounds comes out to $1,080 in Longleaf pine needles that are going to be ready. Okay, and underneath this rack, once again, I'm going to show you there's a bird's nest. There's a bird's nest under here, and right back there we got a little water thing, water for them. And there's baby birds under there. So I might... If they're not gone on May let's see, when's this done? May 10th. I'm going to leave that area covered and only uncover this pallet here. But they should be gone because they've been under there. I went through 3 things of pine needles. And this is the third one I covered the nest up with. And I got a board over it too. So, okay, that's 40 pounds, $1,080. That's going to be ready. Now, I'm jumping here. All right. I'm going to jump over to this rack. This rack right here, it's 12 pounds, and it's around $330 worth of pine needles, something like that. And they're going to be ready on May 17th. May 17th, they will be ready, and I'll have to bundle them. Now, this one long rack here, this is a long rack. So let me show you this long rack. This rack here, this one long rack, this came off a tree someone cut down. Someone had cut down a tree, and I asked them if they minded if I took the needles, and they said, no, we don't mind. So they were throwing the branches in the dumpster and stuff that they rented, I guess, to cut this big tree down. And I pulled this, and it's 30 pounds of pine needles. But, and I might go back there tomorrow and try to pick up another 20 pounds or something. And they're not going to be ready till May 24th. But that 30 pounds is 270 times 3 is $810. That's $810 worth of pine needles going to be done on a 24th, going to be ready to sell on a 24th. So all these pine needles amount to $2,700 or a little over, right around there. So I'm going to be bundling them out here in Sunday, and then again the following Friday, and then the following Friday. And I'll have them all bundled, and I'll be selling as I'm bundling them. And I normally average 120 pounds a month. And this is around 102 pounds. So this should really keep me covered for the month. This should keep me covered for the month of May, 100 pounds. So I got a little work ahead of me with these things, but it's all right. I don't mind doing it. Besides, I'm still, I haven't had time to list books because I've been trying to keep up with the needles, and I've been getting so many orders. I was out on Sunday picking needles, the brown ones, out in the woods, and I had to pick I got 10 pounds in orders. I mean, I kept getting order after order, but I had some at home, but I didn't have enough, and I had to go out and I was picking for a long time. Now these needles here are going to hold me throughout a long. These here are going to hold me throughout the month. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get more. I'm going to try to go over there and cut that tree down, and possibly, if I could, I mean, I'm saying 20 pounds. I'm try to get like 50 pounds. And I'll set something else up. I'll put something in another rack where I could dry them. I mean, I'll set them up. I'll definitely do what I got to do to get rid of these things, you know. All right, and pretty soon I'm gonna be putting a deck in the back of the house. I got 2 old porches in the back. I'm gonna rip them down, put a deck up, and that's another project. I'm gonna try to do that towards a couple months from now, and I'm gonna put a nice big deck in the backyard, and it's gonna look nice, you know, all treated wood. So this shed here, I built this. I gotta cover it up. This is just a spare shed. We got another shed way over on the other side of the house. We have 2 sheds. One's really big. It's like 200 or 300 square feet inside. It's a big, huge shed. These are our ducks. There they are. Hey, Daffy Duck. There's Daffy Duck. And hey, Donnie Duck. Donnie Duck's sleeping. So we got 2 ducks. We got a fan on them. So that you hear that fan in the background. That's keeping them cool. We're trying to, you know, keep these guys cool, keep them outside. The one duck has to go inside. He has arthritis in his legs, and I put him in a pool, and I take him out, and I put him in there. The reason they're in them things is so they don't get flies on them. They cannot get flies on them. We had a problem with that, and we had to bring them to the vet. So they're only in there when it's warm. When it gets cold out at night, they come out, and they run all over the yard. They do whatever they want. But when the flies are out, they got to be in them. So, because what happens is they get maggots from the flies, and we had it already. We dealt with it a couple times, and so we're playing it safe. But anyway, I'm changing the subject. So look, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you really like it, subscribe. Thank you.